In this episode, we are taking on DungeonnoobP, and this is kind of technically a rematch because I did actually fight this guy before, and this time we're fighting with a new team, of course. And like really, the main change I've made so far is just replacing Tyranitar with Tyrantrum because Tyranitar doesn't really contribute too much to our team setup, whilst Tyrantrum could actually potentially sweep. I don't think it's really a great replacement. I'd rather use something like Tangrowth or something with Wall Switch, but it's good enough and it's going to do the job. So anyways, I leave with Tyrantrum because I want to see if I can get a sweep in. He leaves with Manectric, and I'm thinking about the T-Wave that he could inflict on me, but I was like, wait, I got the Lumberry, so it's going to be a-okay. So I go for the Dragon Dance, and now he's in a dangerous position. And I try to land a Head Smash, but unfortunately it misses, and I get paralyzed, which kind of sucks. And then I try to use it again, and it misses a second time, which is really annoying because it's still 80% accuracy. It should land 4 out of 5 times, so it's just a pain. So and unfortunately, I get paralyzed the next turn, and then I have one last chance, and I get paralyzed again, which is actually an absolute pain. Like that kind of pisses me off because like, what is that RNG, man? Like, come on, like you can't do me like that, bro. So he takes me out, and then he gets the Wall Switch in and gets his Medicham into the game. So at this point in the game, I'm mildly annoyed, but I'm thinking, hey, let's just get my own Medicham in there, and I'll leave with a Fake Out. And now I hope I outspeed him, so that way, you know what I'm saying, I could actually knock him out, because if I outspeed him, then that Medicham's dead, because like Medicham does not have good defense, and like Medicham once again has really high attack, but for whatever reason this game has a messed up mechanic where Fake Out isn't working like it should. So I went for Fake Out, but I didn't actually get the outspeed there, and he went for High Jump Kick and did massive damage to me, and that was mildly annoying. So I decided to switch out into Chandelier. I was expecting him to predict that, but he actually didn't, and that was perfect because that meant that he was going to take big damage there. And I figured now he's probably going to go for something else because High Jump Kick obviously didn't work. So I figured that like Sizer could be a good play, and it really did end up being a good play. I hope this guy doesn't think I read him, because that would be crazy. Like, I've never seen anyone run Poison Jab and Medicham. So yeah, that's that. So he goes into Walker Rona, which is a great play in this situation because I'm locked into Bullet Punch, which does absolutely nothing to it, and then I could also get a burn. So I go into Togekiss Case because my game plan here is to just get a T-Wave off, and it's not really the best play because I could also go into Toxapex, but I kind of was concerned that this guy might have a Psychic type Z move. I don't know why I thought that, so I just figured that Togekiss would work out, and his Z Bug Buzz really did absolutely no damage to me. I think it's because I have a quad resistance to it, so it was pointless. And then I missed Air Slash as well. I just don't understand my RNG today, but it is what it is. It's not really a big deal. So then he goes for a Heat Wave, which did actually really big damage to my Togekiss, but luckily it wasn't a problem for Toxapex. And Volcarona here is really just something I can just kind of abuse, because even though he's set up, he's inclined to stay because he doesn't want to waste all the stats that he gained. And he's paralyzed, and he has a terrible matchup against Chandelier, so I see this as a great chance to push Chandelier into the game, so I can actually start setting up and dealing some damage. And Bug Buzz is one of those few moves that actually goes past Substitute because it's sound based, but that's actually not even a problem because now I get to keep my Substitute, and he just does no damage to me. So here I just start setting up Calm Balance because I figured I may as well, just for the sake of trying to get a sweep in. And he goes into what I thought was Manectric originally, and I'm glad I went for Flamethrower rather than Shadow Ball, because it turns out that this is actually his Zoroark, and he has a Focus Sash in this, unfortunately, so I don't think it really would have mattered. Shadow Ball definitely would have taken it to 2-shot range, but that's that. I lose my Substitute, which is unfortunate. I'm thinking, well, I kind of wanted that for his faster Pokemon like Manectric, but it is what it is. It's not really a big deal. So next up he goes into Glasgow, so I just pray that this time around I outspeed him, because if I don't, it's going to be a big problem. But I do actually outspeed him. That's an easy one shot. There is no way he's taking that Shadow Ball. Next up, Manectric. I figured Shot or Substitute would be a good play here in case he goes for T-Wave, and he does end up going for T-Wave, which is excellent. So now I get the Substitute up, and I can start attacking the rest of his Pokemon, and that kind of almost confirms the sweep here. Like, Chandelier really is just a dangerous Pokemon, and you don't want to play around with it, because like if you let it go freely, it's going to start destroying things, and it. His Wall Corona was next to get destroyed. Then he sends out his Greninja, which is not gonna survive, even though it resisted. Chandelure just hits that hard. So I actually thought that Water Shuriken was gonna do damage, but it didn't, and that was GG.